posted, "All men are trash," after a small argument. I didn't respond. I just took out the trash, all of it, including her and her belongings, which I neatly bagged and left on the curb. I, 31 male, am sitting in my now very empty apartment, eating takeout straight from the container because apparently I don't own plates anymore. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Been with Zoe, 28, for about 2 years. She moved in 8 months ago. I'm a logistics coordinator for a shipping company. She's a freelance social media consultant. Should have seen the red flags when her job title was basically posting on Instagram. Tuesday started normal. I was working from home. She was on the couch doing her thing. Around lunch, she asked if I could Venmo her $60. Me for what? This healing crystal set I need for my content. It's for work. Me, didn't you just buy crystals last week? Those were amethyst. These are rose quartz. Totally different energy. I just covered your car insurance yesterday. Maybe wait until your next client payment? She rolled her eyes. It's just $60, Marcus. Why are you being weird about money? I'm not being weird. We agreed on a budget. Crystals aren't in the budget. You spend money on your stupid games. I bought one game, 3 months ago, with my fun money budget that we both agreed on. She huffed, grabbed her phone, and stormed into the bedroom. Whatever. I went back to work. 20 minutes later, my phone started blowing up. Texts from mutual friends, my sister, even my cousin in another state. All variations of, "Dude, you okay?" and "What happened?" Checked Instagram. There it was, a post with her crying selfie. Makeup still perfect though. The caption, "Just realized I've been gaslit into thinking I don't deserve basic things. He controls every penny while buying whatever he wants. Financial abuse is real. Needed crystals for my business and got lectured about budgets. All men are trash, every single one. Financial abuse, narcissistic abuse, all men are trash, know your worth." 157 likes already. Comments flooding in. Queen, leave him. Men always try to control successful women. He's threatened by your light, babe. This is abuse. Period. I sat there staring at it. Financial abuse? I pay 70% of our bills because I make more. She has full access to her own money. I just didn't want to buy her crystals after covering her insurance, phone bill, and half her student loan payment this month. But you know what? She was right about one thing. All men are trash. At least according to her. And what do we do with trash? We take it out. I didn't respond to the post, didn't text her, didn't knock on the bedroom door. Instead, I grabbed garbage bags from under the sink. Started with her stuff in the living room. Her throw pillows, trash bag. Her candles, trash bag. The succulent garden she insisted on but never watered, trash bag. The vision board covered in pictures of Bali and luxury cars, definitely trash bag. Moved to the bathroom. Her 47-step skincare routine, trash bags. The shower caddy full of hair products, trash bag. Even bagged up the fancy toilet paper she insisted on. If all men are trash, trash doesn't need quilted comfort. 2 hours. That's all it took. Everything that was hers, neatly bagged and labeled. Bedroom trash, bathroom trash, kitchen trash. I even used her label maker. She loved that thing. By 4 p.m., I had 23 bags lined up by the door. Plus her furniture, the meditation cushion, the ring light, the full-length mirror with "good vibes only" etched on it. She was still in the bedroom, probably filming TikToks about surviving narcissistic abuse. At 5 p.m., I started taking everything to the curb. Today was trash day. The garbage truck comes at 6 a.m. sharp. Made multiple trips. The neighbors were watching, but I just smiled and waved. Trash goes to the curb. That's what responsible adults do. Around 5:30, she finally emerged from the bedroom. "Babe, I think we should talk about..." What the hell? The apartment was bare. Just my stuff. My gaming setup, my work desk, my one plant that I actually keep alive. Me taking out the trash. Where's all my stuff? Curb. It's trash day tomorrow. Her face went from confusion to rage to panic in about 3 seconds. "Zoe, you can't do that. That's my property." Me, according to your post, all men are trash. I'm just helping with the cleanup. Your trash is outside with the other trash. She ran to the window, saw the neat line of bags and furniture by the curb. Then, she bolted outside. I locked the door behind her and put the chain on. She banged on the door for 10 minutes before apparently realizing her phone, keys, and wallet were in the bedroom trash bag. I texted her, Lease is in my name. You have 30 minutes to collect your things before dark. After that, it's the city's problem. Then I muted my phone and ordered Chinese food. Sweet and sour chicken. Her least favorite. The place that doesn't deliver to our address, they do now. She just never liked their food, so I never ordered from there. Turns out when you're not buying crystals and overpriced toilet paper, you can afford the good Chinese place. Update 1. The entitlement escalation has been spectacular. So Tuesday night, Zoe managed to get her bags off the curb. Well, most of them. The city's bulk pickup got her meditation cushion and mirror before she could retrieve them. She tried calling me 67 times. I know because my phone keeps a log. Also tried the door again around 10 p.m., but I was deep into a gaming session with my headphones on. Shame. Wednesday morning, she was back, with reinforcements. Her life coach, Astrid, and her best friend, Jenna. They stood outside my apartment door having a full therapy session about my abusive behavior. Astrid, this is classic narcissistic discard behavior. He's punishing you for speaking your truth. Jenna, the fact that he won't even talk to you is emotional warfare. He threw away my entire crystal collection. Do you know how long it took to charge those under the full moon? I could hear all this because they were basically yelling. I was working from home on a conference call and my manager asked if everything was okay. Had to mute and explain I had some property maintenance issues being resolved. Then Zoe started live streaming on Instagram. From my hallway. Guys, I'm literally homeless right now. He locked me out with no warning after I posted about financial abuse. This is what happens when you speak truth to power. He's trying to silence me. Building security showed up within 10 minutes. Apparently, filming in the hallways violates building policy. Who knew? I knew. I'd called them. Security. Ma'am, you need to leave. This is private property. I live here. Are you on the lease? My boyfriend? If you're not on the lease and the leaseholder wants you removed, you need to leave. She tried arguing that she had tenant rights. Security asked for proof of residency, utility bill, official mail, anything. Turns out when you insist on everything being paperless and having all bills in your boyfriend's name because credit scores are a capitalist scam, you don't have much proof. They escorted all 3 of them out. But not before Zoe yelled, "I'll be back for my packages." Oh right, packages. She runs an online boutique, drop-shipping cheap jewelry as curated goddess pieces. Gets about 10 to 15 packages a week. I've been signing for them for months. Wednesday afternoon, I got a text from an unknown number. "This is Astrid. What you're doing to Zoe is spiritual violence. Her ancestors are watching." I replied, "Tell them to watch the tracking numbers for her packages. They're being returned to sender." Started marking every package recipient no longer at this address. USPS, FedEx, UPS, all of it. 8 packages went back Wednesday alone. Thursday morning brought new drama. Zoe had updated her Instagram bio. Survivor? Speaking truth to power. Temporarily unhoused. Cash App, Zoe Heals. The GoFundMe launched by lunch. Help a domestic violence survivor rebuild. Goal, $10,000. My abusive ex-partner locked me out of my home after I exposed his financial abuse. I've lost everything, my safe space, my belongings, my entire crystal healing collection that I use for my spiritual practice and business. He even destroyed my work equipment, ring light, etc., out of spite. It goes on for 3 paragraphs about how she's being silenced and needs money to start over and heal. She raised $73 in 2 days. Someone donated $50 with the comment, "Maybe budget better?" But the real entitlement showed Thursday evening. She figured out the package situation and decided to take action. Showed up with a U-Haul and 4 people, including some dude named Diesel, who looked like he benched trucks for fun. They intercepted the mail carrier, trying to claim the packages directly. Mail carrier wasn't having it. Carrier, "I can only deliver to the address on file. I'm the recipient. Look, my name." "Ma'am, the resident at this address refused delivery. I can't override that." Diesel stepped forward, tried to intimidate the carrier. The carrier just called his supervisor and the police. Interfering with mail delivery is a federal offense, apparently. Cops showed up. Zoe tried her sob story. Cops asked for proof of residence. She pulled up photos on her phone of her living in the apartment. "Cop photos aren't proof of residence, ma'am." This is harassment. He's stealing my mail. Is your name on the lease? No, but then the legal resident can refuse packages. That's not theft. She melted down, full screaming, crying, "I'm being abused" performance. Diesel tried to white knight, saying they should do something about this dude. Cop, sir, step back. Unless you want to catch a charge for terroristic threats. They all left, but not before Zoe screamed, "I know my rights. You'll hear from my lawyer." That night, the smear campaign intensified. She went nuclear on social media. Posted my full name and apartment building, not the unit number, small miracles. Claimed I was holding her hostage by keeping her packages. Started a hashtag, Marcus is an abuser. Shared screenshots of our old texts out of context to make me look controlling. My sister texted, "Bro, she's lost it." Also, why does she have a screenshot of you asking her to pay her share of utilities from 6 months ago? Me, because apparently asking for $150 for half the electric bill is financial abuse now. Sister, want me to respond? Me, nah. Let her cook. Friday morning, woke up to an email from my building management. "Mr. Thompson, we've received multiple complaints about disturbances at your unit. Please contact the office at your earliest convenience." Great. She was trying to get me evicted. Update 2. The entitlement train reached its final station, and it was even more spectacular than I imagined. So I met with building management Friday afternoon. Turns out Zoe had called them crying about being illegally evicted and claimed I was running some kind of package theft ring. The property manager, Beth, was surprisingly cool about it. "Beth, Mr. Thompson, I've reviewed your lease. No other tenants listed, no unauthorized subletting. You're within your rights." Me, "She's been harassing me and causing disturbances. We noticed, security has logged 7 incidents this week. We've issued a trespass warning. If she returns, she'll be arrested." Small victories. But Zoe wasn't done. Saturday she deployed the nuclear option, her mom. This woman showed up at 8 a.m., banging on my door like she was serving a warrant. I looked through the peephole. 5'2" of pure rage in yoga pants and a spiritual co-gangster hoodie. "Mom, Marcus, open this door right now. We need to have a conversation about how you're treating my daughter." I made coffee and ignored her. "I know you're in there. Your car is in the parking lot. You're going to face me like a man." She kept it up for 20 minutes before security arrived. As they escorted her out, she yelled, "I'll be speaking to my lawyer, and my therapist, and my life coach." The triple threat of middle-aged entitlement. That afternoon, things got interesting. Zoe made a crucial mistake. In her rage, she posted a TikTok tour of my apartment where I'm being held hostage from. Except she filmed it earlier, when she still lived there. And you could see everything clearly, including my work laptop, my work documents, my company's logo on various papers. My company has a very strict policy about social media and confidential information. I sent the video to HR, just as an FYI. Monday rolled around with a new surprise. A process server showed up at my door. I was being sued for illegal eviction, theft of property, emotional distress, loss of income from her business. The lawsuit demanded $50,000 and immediate restoration of her tenancy. Her lawyer was some dude named Keith, who, according to LinkedIn, graduated law school 6 months ago and specializes in holistic legal solutions. I forwarded everything to a real lawyer. He laughed. Actually laughed. "She has no case. She wasn't a tenant, just a guest. You gave her opportunity to retrieve her belongings. The packages aren't hers until delivered. This is harassment via legal system." He sent a response that basically said no in legalese and included a counter notice for harassment. Tuesday brought the best plot twist. Remember those packages I'd been returning? One of them was apparently very important. A customer had ordered a premium goddess collection for $400, aka $15 worth of AliExpress jewelry marked up 2,000%. The package got returned, the customer demanded a refund, and discovered Zoe's boutique was just drop shipping. The customer left a scathing review on every platform, 1 star. Details about the markup. Screenshots comparing Zoe's handcrafted goddess pieces to identical items on cheap websites. Her business Instagram lost 500 followers in a day. The comments were brutal. "So you're broke, but charging $400 for $15 jewelry? This the girl begging for money while scamming customers? Financial abuse? Girl, you're the abuser. Wednesday, Zoe's mom tried a different approach. She somehow got my mom's number. My mom called me, confused. Marcus, why is some woman texting me about crystals and mercury being in refrigerator? Retrograde, Mom. And that's my ex's mother. The one who called you trash on the internet? That's the one who'll handle this. I don't know what my mom said, but Zoe's mom blocked her within an hour. Mom just texted me, handled. Also, she can't spell lawsuit. Thursday was court day for the restraining order I'd filed. Yeah, I'd filed one. My lawyer said her behavior constituted harassment, and we had enough evidence. Zoe showed up in what I can only describe as court chic, a blazer over a crop top, ripped jeans, and platform heels. Her lawyer, Keith, looked like he'd rather be anywhere else. The judge reviewed the evidence. 67 calls in one night, multiple trespassing incidents, social media harassment, attempted mail fraud. The lawsuit filed in bad faith. Zoe tried to speak. Your Honor, I'm the victim here. He made me homeless. I'm a small business owner. And ma'am, were you on the lease? No, but did the respondent give you opportunity to collect your belongings? He threw them in the trash, on the curb where you retrieved them. Restraining order granted. 1 year. No contact, no third-party contact, no social media mentions, minimum 100 yards distance. As we left court, her lawyer was overheard saying, I told you this would happen. This is why I needed the retainer up front. The aftermath came quick. 1. Her business officially died when payment processors saw the reviews and fraud claims. 2. The GoFundMe got reported and taken down for misleading information. 3. Her Instagram engagement tanked when people realized she was a scammer. 4. She had to move back in with her parents in the suburbs. The last I heard through the grapevine, she was working at a juice bar and telling customers about how the patriarchy destroyed her business. Also selling crystals on the side, but only accepts cash now because the digital banking system is in on the conspiracy. My apartment is peaceful now. I bought new plates, basic ones from Target. Got a simple coffee maker, even kept one plant alive for 3 whole weeks. My sister asked if I regret anything. I told her yeah, I regret not taking the trash out sooner. Final update. Sometimes the universe has a sense of humor, a dark, twisted, incredibly satisfying sense of humor. So I'd moved on, new routine, peaceful apartment, even started casually dating someone who pays for her own crystals and doesn't believe they have magical powers. Life was good. Then last week, my buddy Derek sent me a TikTok link with just as the message. It was Zoe, but not the Zoe I knew. This was renewed Zoe with a fresh persona. Reformed feminist who realized that not all men are trash, just the ones who don't support women's dreams. The video was her accountability journey about how she'd reflected on her toxic behaviors and realized she'd been projecting her traumas onto divine masculine energy. The comments were not having it. Isn't this the girl who scammed people with fake jewelry? Ma'am, you called all men trash, then got mad when one took you literally. The hold this app has on people's delusions. But here's where it gets good. She started a new business, a coaching service for women going through breakups. $200 for a healing from narcissistic abuse workshop. The audacity was impressive. Her website, yes, she made a website, featured testimonials that were clearly written by her. Zoe helped me see through my toxic ex's gaslighting. Sarah M. Her crystal healing technique changed my life. Jessica K. Worth every penny. Zoe truly understands narcissistic abuse. Amanda B. All posted on the same day, all using the same writing style. Girl forgot to vary her exclamation points. I would have ignored it except for one thing. She was using our story as her credentials. Not directly naming me, restraining order and all, but talking about her lived experience with financial abuse and how she survived a narcissistic partner who tried to destroy her business. My lawyer said, unless she used my name or identifying details, not much we could do. Fine. Sometimes you gotta let people hang themselves with their own rope. The rope came in the form of Brittany. Brittany was apparently a legit customer who paid for the workshop. She DM'd me on Instagram. My profile is public for work. Hey, aren't you the guy Zoe talks about in her workshop? She showed photos of your apartment as examples of narcissistic control through minimalism. Thought you should know. She sent screenshots. This woman was really out here showing my apartment as evidence of abuse because I didn't have 39 throw pillows and crystal gardens. But the best part? In one photo, you could clearly see my work laptop with the company logo. The same company that has a very strict policy about unauthorized use of their brand or property in commercial content. I forwarded it to legal. They sent her a cease and desist within 48 hours. Remove all images containing company property or face legal action. She tried to crop the photos, posted about being silenced by corporate interests working with abusers. Tagged my company? Big mistake. They upgraded to a full lawsuit. Unauthorized use of intellectual property, defamation, and tortious interference. She'd suggested people boycott our services. Her lawyer, Keith, dropped her immediately. Apparently, his holistic legal solutions didn't include federal corporate litigation. She tried representing herself, posted a video about standing up to capitalist bullies, used more photos from the apartment, including one where you could see mail with my full name and address. Restraining order violation. Criminal charge. Arrested at the juice bar during the morning rush. But wait, there's more. During discovery for the corporate lawsuit, they found something interesting. Her coaching certification? Completely fake. She'd photoshopped a certificate from a legitimate organization. Wire fraud when she used it to collect payments online. The feds got involved. Last week was her sentencing. 18 months probation for the restraining order violation, 200 hours community service for the fraud, and restitution to everyone she'd scammed with fake coaching. The judge's final words: Miss Hartley, you've built a business on claiming to be a victim while actively victimizing others. You've violated court orders, defrauded customers, and shown zero accountability. I hope this serves as a wake-up call. She's back living with her parents, working at the juice bar, and banned from social media as part of her probation. No Instagram, no TikTok, no Facebook. For someone whose entire identity was online performance, it's basically jail. Her mom still texts my mom occasionally, trying to get me to show mercy and remember the good times. My mom just responds with the poop emoji. Every time. As for me, life's good. Still in my peaceful apartment. Still taking out the trash every Tuesday. The new girlfriend thinks the whole story is hilarious. She even bought me a label maker as a joke. I use it to label everything, including the trash bags. Because you know what? When someone tells you who they are, or in this case, what they think you are, believe them. And if they think you're trash, well, at least trash knows where it belongs. On the curb, waiting for pickup. The end. P.S. To everyone asking, yes, I kept the label maker she left behind. It's actually pretty useful. I labeled it not trash keep. Sometimes the best revenge is just living your best life with properly labeled belongings.